Our ideal date is that we start with a bar crawl and then we're gonna go to the beach.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, that's...
That guy does kind of look like either a skateboarder or a surfer, but he has dyed his head to kind of look like a villain in the Harry Potter franchise.
Yeah. I mean, we're both sober, but...
Or if he was wearing different clothes and maybe a vampire? I don't know. I love this hair though. I love this like the black... Oh, you can't see it. Shoot. Can I move my camera? Yeah. I love that black orange hair. That looks great. That looks beautiful. He looks like an anime protagonist. I'm covering it though.
He has like a 96 like Mustang.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that hair. That does look like an anime protagonist, no? It's the black, the orange. That looks like a character out of Kimetsu no Yaiba, except the glasses. Glasses. You can't really wield a sword and wear glasses at the same time. No.
Convertible, and it's just fun to just go kick it and cruise around.
He uses me for my car.
Yeah, essentially. I have a Prius though. Salem is the type of person to have 3 different cameras in his tote bag at once.
You, dude.
So they are hipster dudes. Learning to drive is a lot more difficult than I thought it would. It's really annoying because I know a lot of, people who are not mentally handicapped, but just, lacking in the brains department. And they know how to drive, which makes me feel really bad when I'm struggling, when I'm spending like hours stalling. I stall a lot. It's one of my greatest strengths, to be honest, my ability to stall no matter where I am, no matter what speed I'm traveling at, I can always stall. Which, not everybody can do that. Not everybody does do that. So, I stand out in at least one way, I suppose.
So this is Riley. He used to be a pro finger deck.
Oh no!
Decker.
Okay, so yeah, 100% not a hipster, but a skateboarder. Skateboarding hipster, is that a thing?
And yeah, he was sponsored and everything. As far as music
That's crazy.
goes,
That's
like
crazy
jamming
that
with him is
there's-
always a good time, things like that.
That there's such thing as sponsored flip deckers. I remember my brother used to have one and I thought it was the most dumb thing ever because he didn't have the skill to use a real skateboard, and because he's a professional musician, he wasn't allowed to use a professional skateboard unless he fell over and twisted his wrist. And then his entire profession would be down the drain. So he wasn't allowed to use a real skateboard, so he had one of these little flip deck things, and I thought it was so stupid. I mean, what's the point? Like, what is the point? I don't get it. I still don't get it. But I'm sure this guy was really good and very impressive, and just watching one of his videos would change my mind on it. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he was sponsored and everything. As far as
Although, what I will say is if you're doing like oh, sorry. I can't even use my fingers. If you're messing around with that, if you're using your fingers and manipulating things, it might mean that you're good at other things, right? If you can use those 2 fingers, then you may have some skill in other areas, like magic, or what other fingering skills are there? Maybe, yeah, no, let's just leave it at fingering skills. Piano,
music goes,
that
like
sort of
jamming
thing.
with him is always a good time, things like that.
If you both like the same person, what do you think you would do?
We've actually dated
Yeah,
the same
dated the
person.
same chick.
Like,
I hope they're not about to say at the same time. That would be rather embarrassing.
we
But that's also an American thing, so maybe that's normal where they come from. No judgments, no judgment.
found out when they stopped talking to each other, I was actually seeing them.
We're both still friends with her.
Yep, it's at the same time. That's terrible. That's terrible. I think that's what they meant.
And everything, and like I don't even think she
I mean,
really knows
I haven't
they were
talked
that
to her.
close. Yeah. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm still friends with her. What's happening?
Yeah. Is my face really red?
No.
Okay.
And my hands are a little clammy, but
His face is really red. You really do need friends in life that will be honest with you. Draco Malfoy in college. Draco Malfoy becomes a skateboarder sort of thing, sort of a vibe. And it kind of makes you question his life decisions a little bit. Why did he decide to go with that? Is he trying to stick out in a crowd? Is he trying to be unique? I mean, maybe he just likes the hairstyle. Maybe I shouldn't be so harsh. Maybe I shouldn't judge. But isn't that what reaction videos are meant to be about? Aren't I meant to be making fun of them and judging them? I don't know. Maybe I should be nice. Maybe I should be kind and a lovely person.
Our ideal first date would be a picnic by a lake. And I don't know, we'll eat like a charcuterie board or something and like bead bracelets and maybe.
All of the women are watching how the speed dating go. So you kind of want to be the last one so you can kind of tailor what you say based on how the guys reacted to the other girls. But let's be honest. When you're speed dating, it's going to be based off more of general attraction than what you necessarily say. So it's...
You like paint something.
Yeah. I like that, yeah.
Thanks. Sounds like a good time. Hey.
Okay, so we were thinking that we would go horseback riding on the beach. I was thinking about it, and I could definitely see you guys on some really pretty horses.
Yeah, I have a horse, so
I got a couple
So
hats.
it's real, exactly.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if that's what that means. I can definitely see you guys on horses. Is it just because this guy kind of looks a little bit like a countryside kid that he could be kind of redneckish-y? He could be a very stereotypical horseback rider. I don't know what that means. I can see you on horses. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Why am I reading into this? I don't know. Why am I trying to analyze every single second of behavior? I'm trying to make sure that I'm not just watching a video. I'm not just reacting. I'm trying to, you know, have like put in some of my own content. They don't have cowboy looks to me at all. No, I was just thinking more just like their hairstyle. Not their hair color, but the hairstyle kind of looks like it maybe. Probably not. Never mind.
It's real. It's happening. We're getting sushi, orange juice, and we're gonna have a great time.
Go to an event.
Sushi and orange juice? Do those go well together? Sushi and horse riding? You know, I feel like if you're planning a date, you need to have like a theme, you know? You can't just go sushi, horse riding, orange juice. I was riding horses like pretty much twice a day. And so like 3 hours of horse riding every single day for like 2 weeks. And that was like 2 times a year. So maybe like, I've ridden a lot of horses. And, you know, after a while it gets a little bit boring. Every now and then you have to pull on the rein to stop them from eating grass. But I don't want to stop the horse from eating grass. He should be allowed to eat grass if he wants. You know, I don't want to take food out of his stomach. Maybe he's hungry. Maybe he's starving. Maybe the food back home, the hay, is just not enough. Maybe he wants some fresh grass. So I don't want to stop him, you know. But that's the only thing you have to do on a horse ride. You just need to stop him from eating grass. Anyway, the point of the story is that there was also a beach ride, and and you could kind of canter along a beach, which is kind of cool. But that wasn't much of a story. I'm sorry.
Abandoned building and risk getting arrested for trespassing.
Oh, word.
But yeah, no, if you're on a beach, there are certain things you want to do on a beach. I don't feel like sushi is one of them, because sushi is salty, and when you're on a beach, like, it's easy for your mouth to get dry because of the salt water, and if you're riding, then you can get dehydrated. I don't think sushi is good after exercise, really. You kind of, if you're going horse riding on a beach, you kind of want ice cream or something like, you know, liquidy, flavory. You know, something to cool you down if you're sweating. I don't know if you sweat on a horse. I don't know. Maybe you're really stressed out.
A little bit. I was gonna have a great time.
Go to an abandoned building and risk getting arrested for trespassing.
Oh, word, yeah.
A little bit of spice.
Living on edge a little bit,
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, to be honest. Break into abandoned building. On the one hand, it sounds like a terrible idea. On the other hand, I think in a stressful situation, or when you're scared, it can help blossom romance. I don't know. When you're producing a lot of adrenaline in your body, I think that can be a bit of a stimulant.
We start with a bar crawl, and then we're gonna go to the beach.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a questionable one. Do you want to be really drunk on your first date? Sure, it would sound like a fun day, but it may not be the best if you're pursuing the art of romance. If you're pursuing true love, it may not be a good idea to just get drunk.
I mean, we're both
By no
sober,
means.
but
Yeah.
we'll go with you.
So we're both really big foodies, so our first ideal double date would be like finding a new restaurant to eat at.
Parmesan fries. Ooh, yes, hot
Little-
wings.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cheese and chips is good. Unless there's sweet potato fries, then you can't have like sweet potatoes and cheese. That's too much. That's just too much. There's something famous in Canada which is really weird called poutine. I think it's kind of the Canadian national food. That and reindeer. Not that reindeer actually exists, but anyway, there's this thing called poutine where it's just chips, and then you have gravy poured on it, like a thick gravy, like with chicken stock, and then you have cheese sprinkled on the top, and it's kind of disgusting. I think chips are meant to be dry. You can't have wet chips. It just feels wrong. It feels wrong. I think a lot of people do weird things with chips, because I remember, I don't remember who, but I remember people, somebody at school, a friend of mine at school, he would eat chips inside a sandwich. It would be a chip sandwich. I think it's called a chip butty, which is weird. It's weird because you're having carbohydrates inside more carbohydrates, and they're all dry. You're having dry chips inside dry bread. It's sort of the most nonsensical sandwich of all time.
Just good food, the good stuff. Sugar. Right.
If we're gonna be Bonnie and Clyde, I need to know, were you the driver or the shooter?
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Going for a meal is probably like one of the safest first dates. That or going to get coffee. I'm pretty sure one of these couples, one of these girls is going to say, go skydiving or something. That's a lot of pressure for a first date. Not only are you going to be trapped on a plane with somebody you don't know, somebody that could like sabotage your backpack, somebody that could push you out of the plane midair, but it also just feels like, you know, it feels like a, you know, like an anniversary or something. It feels like 50 steps in.
Whatever you need, I mean, yeah.
He's the driver for sure.
Pretty lookout, like cliffs maybe.
We love laying in grass.
Yeah.
Then we'll watch an anime movie afterwards. Demon Slayer just coming out.
Hit up a museum and stare at pieces until we feel.
I like the idea of watching a movie on a date, right? Because then there's not as much pressure to talk to the person. But I think it's a terrible idea if you want to get to know somebody.
And then for nighttime, we would go stargazing. And do you guys know the game, like, We're Not Really Strangers?
No.
Ooh, okay, it's like a card game that's meant to, like, cause deep conversations. It's just, like, good questions to get to know each
It's like an
other.
icebreaker
type
thing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, jinx.
Wait, was that them? Did they just say, "Oh, jinx"? Man, they have high-pitched voices. That's very impressive. I think it's probably done a bit on looks and a bit on vibes. So not necessarily what they said, but the way they said it. If there was eye contact, that sort of thing.
Okay,
No, don't like point. Just peek over and like we'll talk about it.
this is horrible. I'm sorry, Sarah and Destiny. I'm sorry.
I just didn't like Demon Slayer. That's why it's
Well, they don't like Demon Slayers, so
Yeah, that kind of hurt.
I don't think it would have worked out.
See, when you're rejecting people, you don't want to say the entire truth. You want to like come up with a reasonably good excuse. So for them, it was the anime. They don't like Demon Slayer. It was convenient. Plus, also, who the hell doesn't like Demon Slayer?
I have to agree with her.
Also, his friend looks like a character from Demon Slayer. Like, what the hell?
You guys back there, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I think if
When
somebody
she said orange juice, I don't know where she went with that.
Rosie and Cold in them.
I think it was the horse riding, orange juice, and then sushi. That was a weird suggestion. Not gonna lie, it did not seem very thought out.
They're cool, and maybe something could have came out of it, but it's okay.
Sorry, Cheska and Rachel. Have a good one.
They're not as big as a foodie as we are.
But I guess we're just gonna go out and get some food afterwards with each other, you know, bestie double date.
They don't seem to care that much. I kind of like these two. They don't give a shit that they just got rejected. They are chilling out.
One more.
One thing that I'll point out is that because these guys are on a pedestal, because these girls are competing for these guys, it makes them seem more likable. Whereas if it was the other way around and these two were pitching ideas, I don't think they would do very well. I don't think the girls would be as interested as right now when the girls are pitching. But more often when a female is rejected, they take it more to heart. That's purely because they just haven't been rejected as often as men. And I'm only saying this from experience because I've been rejected a few times. And at first it kind of stung, but now it's kind of like, oh, you can laugh about it and you just move on with your day. Okay.
Wait, it's one more? Rose and Gemma. Sorry, y'all.
We can show our kids because it's going to be on the internet forever. Look, your moms get rejected, but it's cool.
That was terrible. That sucks.
bad.
I'm like shaking so much. Like this whole time I've been shaking.
That did not look fun.
No.
She's really loud, but it's a good thing because she'll protect me.
Tati's the opposite of me, kind of, in a way, so we balance each other out. She's more quiet, reserved, she gets along with everyone.
This is Miranda. I've never.
Is that a good thing? Is that a compliment saying that? I don't know. Okay. Wait, two things. So this girl here protects people. Does that mean she's violent? You know, there's some sort of subtext in here. She's violent, and this girl is quiet. Is it good to be quiet? Is that a compliment? Are you bigging yourself up? If I was talking about my friend, I would say that they're the funniest person alive, that they could be a stand-up comedian if they wanted to. Are you looking for somebody who's quiet? Is anybody looking for somebody who's quiet? Maybe if you're deaf, you're looking for somebody who's quiet, or if you're, I don't know. It's a weird compliment to give somebody.
Balance each other out. She's more quiet, reserved, she gets along with everyone.
This is Miranda. I've never met somebody who's such a badass, has such
Badass. See, that's a compliment.
a good and pure heart, and she inspires me to be more confident.
This is Kiana. She is literally the best die-hard, ride-hard friend you could ever ask for. Not to mention,
See, this is what we need. We need friends like this. Not she's quiet, she will listen, she won't speak out of turn, she won't answer back. You know, you're not like trying to find a good child for a 17th century lord. You're trying to find somebody who's interesting, who's entertaining, who would make a good partner, right? Well, I mean, I guess it depends what people are looking for.
not to mention, she is the life of the party anywhere we go. If Kiana's there, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, see, like they've sold it. Like, I mean, you're not selling your friend like they're a slave or like they're some kind of product. But if you were, they've done it. They've banged it out. Oh, not banged it out. Okay, phrasing. But that was a good pitch. Thank you. Yeah, like, even if these girls don't win, they've like won each other over, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's cute.
This is Shania, one of the cutest people ever. Like, look at her face. I can't. Also extremely affectionate. She'll always be hugging you and telling you she loves you.
This is Michelle. She will match you on any energy. If you want to be like scream singing, she will be there with you. If you want to like cry and just have like a really deep conversation, she will be there with you as well. She's also extremely intelligent. Like literally, like you would show her off to your parents. I am literally obsessed with her. I spent 24/7 with her, and I'm like, not sick with her yet.
Like, okay, so the first couple didn't sell each other at all. It's like they were worst enemies pretending to be friends for this video. The second couple, they seemed like action-packed. They seemed like sellers. They seemed like they, for a living, they sold humans. Like, I don't know, like they were good at it. They had like lines prepared beforehand. So maybe they'd watched other videos. I don't know. But these two seem like good friends. They seem like this is the way they're saying it seems very natural, very awkward, which is what I'd do. I don't know, personally. If I was in this sort of setting, I'd be awkward. I'd kind of stutter. I'd try and think of things in the spot and probably come up with not the best lines to say, but these two girls.
Sick of her, yeah, so yeah.
Sick with.
This is Bria. I'm obsessed with her. She's super supportive.
Right off the bat, I'm obsessed with her. That's what another of the couple said. You know, you gotta be unique. You gotta be creative. Don't go with what other people have said.
Spiritual,
yeah.
Woke, like she's spontaneous. She got it together.
Okay, so this is Tayaz.
Spontaneous is a good thing, but yeah, I don't think that was the best.
My best friend, my soulmate. If you ever want to have like the deepest conversation, talk to her. I've never met anyone who is this beautiful. Like, look at her. She is gorgeous. This is really my soulmate. I've never met anyone like her.
I'm nitpicking here. I'm really nitpicking. One thing I would nitpick is if you're trying to big somebody up, if you're trying to wingman, you probably shouldn't talk about how attractive they are, because that's something that these people can see, right? You should be probably talking about their personality, how intelligent they are, you know, things that you can't see, things that aren't necessarily obvious from sight, things that you know, that sort of thing. Maybe. I don't know.
This is really heartwarming.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like
It's not like I'm a returning champion from this show. I have never been on this show. I've never tried to sell my friend or like tried to wingman.
so sweet.
Actually, I have tried to wingman. I have tried to wingman before and it went terribly wrong. So I probably shouldn't be giving any kind of advice.
Do you feel that way about me?
No.
Riley, which girl do you think?
Probably.
I don't know, I just get a feeling.
And Salem, which contestant do you think would make most sense for Riley?
Michelle. Yeah.
See, it was the two couples that one was really good at selling, the other one just felt very natural, like friends. I don't think the last couple, these two were that bad, but they just focused more on the looks, and the first line, the obsessive line, had already been used. I don't know. Also, look at just the way they're looking. They're talking to themselves more than interacting with the two guys. Perhaps because they're shy. But when you're not making eye contact, it's more difficult to stand out. If you know what I mean.
I don't know, I just get a feeling.
Yeah. Taya and Bria?
They're super cool. Like, we would be friends with them, for sure. Especially Salem. Salem, you're awesome. I know, we like the same one.
Salem reminds me of the twins from the band The Garden.
Yeah,
I don't know.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah, Tati and Kylie.
Do you think that they would have been your type?
No.
I don't know.
No offense. I'm sorry.
How are you guys feeling so far?
Like jerks.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah.
I feel rotten
know.
inside. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry.
No hard feelings.
These guys are kind of likable. I was a little mean to them at the start when I started roasting their appearances. They do seem likable.
A few minutes later.
We're just looking to find love. Love.
But that was the most disgusting voice I've ever heard.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello. Okay, cool.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I don't really know what we're supposed to talk about.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Good. Yeah. This has been a weird Saturday, but hey, it's the name of the game, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you guys have all been cool and stuff like that, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are cool too. You know.
Also, your guys' hair is like super cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We were talking about it backstage and said he's got like the Alice Cooper thing and I got like all in the 70s type thing.
Yeah.
I don't think those are the two famous people that you said you're most similar to.
Yeah.
That
We're
might
finishing
just
up at USC, so
Cool.
I studied business. She's chemical engineering.
Thank
My bad.
Damn.
Smarty.
What do you guys do?
Yeah.
I'm in
And I play music.
Yeah.
And then
Awesome.
I do modeling on the side.
yeah, he's not, yeah. Do you guys
somebody with a business degree and somebody with a chemical engineering degree versus somebody who's probably kind of unemployed, maybe, or who's doing light
guys have any
modeling.
like pet peeves or like deal breakers or anything?
I guess like mansplaining, or like gaslighting.
What's that?
Or like gaslighting.
What's that?
Things like that.
It's like,
No.
it's like just basically.
No, I don't.
So he's mansplaining right now to his friend. I don't know if that's the joke.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
I just did it. Oh.
Hold on, wait a
At least he's self-aware there, at least. But she said mansplaining or gaslighting. I think those are very different things. I don't know. I think those are different things. That perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps I just need to look up a dictionary. Perhaps I'm doing too much mansplaining, trying to create different definitions. I don't know.
We're in a band.
Oh,
No
what the
way.
fuck?
We actually
No way.
formed
Oh,
an
that's
impromptu band a few weeks ago with some friends.
Oh, hell yeah.
What do you guys play?
She's basically a musical prodigy, guys. Like she's
There is no way that these two aren't winning. If these two don't win, then I'm gonna quit. I'm never gonna watch another Jubilee video.
sings, she plays piano, she kills it.
That's so sweet. Thank you. No, we should do a jam session. That'd
I'd
so
be
fun.
actually so down.
Wait,
for
do you
that.
guys play any
So
instruments?
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we play pretty much everything. Yeah.
How would the four of you
Okay, that annoys me. They play pretty much everything. Like, what the hell how can you play multiple instruments really well? You can't play everything. Sure, you can probably sing and play a guitar, but you can't play everything. And if you play everything, it probably means you don't play anything well.
pair up on a double date? Who would you going to
You can go. No, go ahead, go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's hard. I would go for hair, but you.
That's me. That's me. Whenever a friend would come round, when I was young, whenever I would go to a friend's house, or whenever friends would come to my house, they'd ask, "What do you want to do?" And I'd be like, "I don't mind. I don't mind." Whenever, always, "I don't mind" was like my go-to phrase, and people made fun of me for it. But like, I have never been a decisive person, so in this situation, like, even if in my mind there was a person in front of me that I liked more, you know, saying that it just feels, I don't know, it's the same as rejecting the other person.
You can go. No, go ahead, go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's hard. I would go for hair, but you guys both have awesome hair.
I'll say you.
Okay, we're
yeah.
Yeah, but see, even the way she does it, the way this girl does it, I say you, it makes him feel, even though he's been chosen, it makes him feel like she didn't really care. Whereas if she'd been decisive like that, you know, it would reject the other one, but the other one would feel good. But here, she's rejecting one, but she's not doing it in a decisive manner, so the other one doesn't feel like she actually likes him.
I'd probably go for you, yeah. There we go. I like girls with short hair.
Amazing choice.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
God, I really like these two.
Thanks for talking.
I think,
Yeah, of course. Nice meeting you guys.
So awkward.
it's so awkward. I love it that they're self-aware.
I think we like went in and we were just like super frazzled, so
Yeah.
I didn't even like think about like, oh my goodness, what are like things to.
I really relate to these two. I think the other two are kind of too slick almost. They're too good at it, and it makes them very likable. You know, it also scares me. You know, a lot of serial killers are very likable people. Ted Bundy was very likable. He had a lot of press throughout his trial, and a lot of women used to send him fan letters, which is kind of weird. It's kind of, but a lot of them have like this air of charisma. And so whenever somebody's super confident, you know, they're likable, but at the same time, you know, there's something about them that doesn't click with me, if that makes sense. You know, no, okay, it's not that it doesn't click. I'm sort of wary. That's what it is. When somebody's super confident, it makes me wary of them. And these two just seem very nervous, which just is more relatable, I guess. But I don't think there's any way these two are going to get chosen.
And I was like,
Yeah.
Are people always this awkward on the speed dating type stuff? Or is it just us?
Yeah, are we only?
Okay, so the first pair that you talked to is pair 1.
Okay.
The second pair that you just talked to is pair 2. On the count of 3, I want you both to
it's gonna
say
be two.
either
It's gonna be two,
1
right?
or 2.
It's gotta be.
3, 2,
It's gotta be.
1.
2.
Yeah, not even close. It's not even close.
Tell them why they're here.
You guys have
trying to
been
jam.
eliminated. Oh.
Okay.
Which one is it?
You guys are the final couple, yeah. You guys
oh, so cool.
It feels like they've won a prize here.
Sweet.
Let's jam.
Let's jam. Yeah, let's jam. I'm down. Do you guys like want to exchange phone numbers or something? Okay.
Definitely.
My
let's
phone's
do it.
literally not on me. I'll go grab my phone. Yeah,
Wait, this is so exciting.
We should definitely make a group chat and get it going.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Can you play the drums?
I can, yeah.
We're trying to learn.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
If you can count to 4, you can kind of do it.
Okay.
My mom called me like
This whitehead guy is super awkward. Super awkward.
4 times.
I
His
feel
phone's dead.
super bad.
So
Classy. Okay, no
I
worries.
think they're both really awkward. I don't think this would necessarily work out. I think they would have been a better match for the Asian girls, purely because these two are very awkward. And the only reason the girls necessarily like them is because they've been put on a pedestal. They feel like they've won a competition rather than they've chosen these guys. They feel like they've won a competition.
Can we hug?
Yeah, no,
Sure,
we should
yeah.
hang out, guys.
Nice to meet you.
if I'm sweating or something,